Are we live? Wait. Oops. Am I live? I don't know if I'm live, but I can see it says that I'm live. Okay. Wait, I have to open it from my phone to know if I'm really live. One sec. Okay. Oh yes, I'm live. Oh. Okay. Hi Irish, hi Ben, and hi Jarek. Thank you for commenting so that I know that I'm already live. Yes, let me just switch. Okay. Hello everyone. So thank you for joining me in my first ever YouTube live. I hope everything's okay at your end because I can't see. I don't know what's happening on your side, but if you have any issues with the sound or with the video, can you please let me know in the comments so that I know if I need to fix something. Okay. Yes. So I think you already know what we're going to do today. We are going to recreate this Happy Father's Day lettering piece. So if you haven't yet printed the guide sheets, so the guide sheets, I made one for freehand. If you don't have the letter rulers, I also made one for the 7mm letter ruler and another guide sheet for the 5mm letter ruler. I didn't make one for the 3mm letter ruler because this is going to be too small, and this is pretty complex lettering to do using this. So that's why I only created guides for both the 7 and the 5mm letter ruler. So before we start, wait, let me just make sure this is centered on the screen here. Okay. So before we start, let me just describe the characteristics of this lettering so that you will have an idea on what we're going to do. So if you notice, this is a block lettering with what do you call this? With constant weight. So if you could see if you could see the thickness of all of the letters are the same. So there are not all of the parts, all of the strokes lines, they all have the same thickness, which is 1 unit for this one. And the letters are narrow. Well, most of the letters, with the exception of a few letters, most of them are narrow, and the top and bottom parts are all rounded. I don't know why I decided to make them rounded. It's going to be more difficult to do for my first live, but anyway, it is something I feel like it's a good challenge for everyone. That's why we're going to do it this style. So sound is choppy. Okay. Choppy, let me just try to see. Let me try to figure this out. One sec. I think it's because of this. Anyway, let us start. So I feel like I adjusted some things. I'm not sure if it works or not. Wait, I know. Let me put on my earphones so that I can hear myself. Mic test. Okay. Oh, I know what you're talking about. There's like some interruption. Okay. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how to fix that. But let's get to it. I hope you can bear with that. So now we're in this transition. Okay, centering it. So I don't think you can see it clearly from this camera, but there are boxes in the guides. If you're using the letter ruler template or letter ruler printable guide, there are boxes. Those boxes are going to be the container for each letter. So you have 5 on top, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 3 at the bottom. So here's my cheat sheet. So we are going to do one letter at a time. So let's do the letter H. So you can see the letter H, this one is connected to this horizontal bar over here. But for now, let's just do the rectangular first, because for the first letter, let's try to keep it simple. Okay. So I am using the 7mm letter ruler. I have here my what do you call this? Letter ruler. So the first thing I normally do is I create the shape or the rectangle for my letter. Okay. Okay. Let me. Okay. So the first thing is what I do is I plot the. Wait, why isn't this scaled? Okay, I'll just use this. Okay. Wait, why aren't these scaled? There must be something wrong with the guides. Oh, no, it's just this one. No, we're good. Sorry about the confusion. So what I do is I start with a rectangular box, but for this one, since it's already been done, let's just redraw them to make it more visible. This one, okay. So when we're going to do the H consists of basically 3 rectangular blocks. Okay. So with a letter ruler, we don't have to measure 1 unit because we could use this edge measurement guide. Just align it to the edge, then draw that, and then do that to the other side as well. Okay, like that. And then for this horizontal bar, we start from the bottom, like that, and like that. So now we have our letter H, okay? Next is, we'll do this part later, but what we could do right now is we could draw a long horizontal line for that. Just connect the top part of the last letter with the top part of this, like this, and then just use the edge measurement line. There we go. So we have something similar to this one without the curve, which we will do in a while. Okay. It's as easy as that to do the letter H, since it's just 3 rectangles put together. Next letter is the letter A. So you can see we have 2 rectangular blocks right here and another one in the middle, and then this one is circle. Okay. So again, let's draw the rectangular box so that we can see it clearer. Actually, the reason why I chose yellow ink is because it's very, very light and hardly noticeable, so that when we finish with this lettering work, the guidelines won't be too visible. Okay. So we start with the left and the right rectangular block, like this, and then like this. Okay. And then the horizontal one, similar to the letter H, like this, and like this. Okay. The next thing you have to do is the curve here. Okay. So what I do is I count the width so that I know the diameter of the circle. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there is like 6 units. It is a 6-unit diameter. So the center is at the third, which is here. I just marked the top and bottom so that I could draw the guideline for the center, which is this one, so that it's going to be very easy for me to draw the circle. So what I do is I use this guide, I align my letter ruler with it, and then I match it to this point like that. Make sure the ruler is aligned to the center. Draw this, and there is my letter A. Okay, so let me just color it so that it'll be easier for us to see the actual letter. Okay. So here is our letter A. If you have any questions, just type them in the comment section. I hope the sound isn't too distracting right now. I don't know how to fix that yet. But that is the first thing I am going to try to figure out on how to fix after doing this live. So that is our letter A. Now that we know how to do the curve part over here, let's do it here right now. So if you could see in my cheat sheet, the curve here is 3 units. Okay, so we are going to draw a 3-unit circle. So 3-unit circle, 1, 2, 3, 3. So it's going to be this big. So we have to locate the center. But the problem is the center is, there's no hole for the center because this is an odd numbered diameter. So what you could do is you could plot the 4 dots around it. And when you use the circular shape, you could align those 4 dots to the 4 dots in this guide. Like that. Simple as that. And then draw our curve like that. So we also need to draw one more curve like this. So there are different ways on how to use this unit circle. Unit circle means 1 unit in diameter. What you could do is, let me just grab a sheet of paper here. So you have guys like this, right? And then you have your circular hole. So what you do is you align your circular hole like this, wherein you could see some parts of the top and bottom part, so that when you draw the circle, it's going to fit perfectly on that line. Okay. So in this circle, just align it to this line over here and this line, like that. And then you can draw your circle. So there is that curved line over there. So if you can see here, it goes all the way here to the end of the letter P. Let's use this to draw that line just here. And now we can color or fill in the letter H. The reason why I actually printed this guide on a watercolor paper so that I can do the watercolor blending effect later on. So if you watched my live last Sunday on Instagram, I'm going to do the same thing later if we have time. Okay. So there is our curve. I don't know if I'm going too fast, but I hope you could follow along. If not, well, you could always hit pause and then play when you're finished. Okay. So if you have any questions, just comment them down there. Okay, like that. I have my H and my letter A done. Next is the letter P. We have 2 of those. So the P, we have to start with the rectangular block over here. And then let's draw this line as well. And this horizontal block over here. So since the yellow guide is not very visible, let's draw the boundary again. So if you don't have this, guys, if you want to do this from scratch, what you just do is you align it, and then you plot the four corners like this, and then just connect the four corners. Okay. Like this, okay. So let's just do these two together since they're both the same letter. So we start with this horizontal bar over here, align our letter ruler, we align this edge measurement guide like this, and if you're using the freehand template, well, if you can't see clearly, the guides are already drawn, so what you have to do is you just have to shade the right area, okay? So now, next we do the horizontal bar similar to this one, just the guide, okay? Like this, and then like this. Then we do the top part as well. So we're going to draw a unit circle later on, okay? Like that. Oh, and here as well. So when you're using the letter ruler, you don't really have to like dot all of the holes in your grid. You just draw the necessary lines so that you don't have to erase a lot of things later on, okay? So for this one, since this is a circle as well, it is a 3-unit circle, 1, 2, 3. So we have to locate the center line. So we know that it is in between these two lines. So what you could do is you could use the half-unit measurement guide over here. If you notice the side of the letter rulers, it has two lines. So you use the first one, align it to the edge of the first unit, and then draw your center line like that. Do it on the other side as well, like that, okay? So what you could do actually, if you don't want to do this vertical line, what you can do is when you align your box to your grid, and then just plot the four holes, similar to what we did earlier. So now we want to do this curved part, top, and curved bottom. So we are going to use this, since this is 3 units wide, we align it to the center line that we drew, align it to the top as well. Oops, align it to the top, and then we draw our curved top. We align it like that, curved top. We do the bottom part now. Okay, just this part. Just this part. Okay, there's our P almost done. Now let's add a unit circle here, 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 and here. So since we have 3 lines now, we have 3 guidelines. So we align our unit circle like this. Okay, like that. Align it. We draw our circle. Align it. Draw our circle. Align circle. Align and circle. There is our 2-letter piece. So it's very easy to draw this type of lettering with a letter ruler. Now we carefully color the areas. So you don't have to color it the same way I do. I just prefer doing it this way. And I rotate it. because I don't want to hold my pen at a very uncomfortable angle. Or else it's going to be easy for me to make a mistake. Like that. There is our letter P. I'll do the other side as well. Okay, I think for the next letters, I am going to leave the coloring to at the end so that we could finish this early. Okay. So next is the letter Y. It's going to look something like this. Okay. Okay. So what we do is we redraw the box again. Draw the box like this, okay, and then we draw this circle. Okay, this is a 4-unit circle. You have to measure this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4-unit circle. So let's draw the center line by plotting the top and bottom part like that. So we now have our center line. And if you notice the curved part, let's just align it to this one. Okay, let's align it with this one for consistency, like that. Okay, so we are going to create a circle like this up to here. Okay. So again, what you have to do is just align the letter ruler to the center line you just drew and to this point like that. Then you draw this like that. Okay. Also draw this, the left side and the right side. Okay, almost done. So next thing you have to do is there's like a circle here, but let's just do that later. Let's do this part so it goes all the way here. Okay. So I'm not sure if you could see the difference from this line to this line is half a unit. So you align the half unit edge measurement guide to that line so that when you draw a horizontal line, it's going to be at the correct distance. So there you go. Your Y is like that. Okay. So let's do the, what do you call this? The center for this one. For the circle. Align your letter ruler. We always use 3, right? So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So the center is somewhere here. Okay. So let's just align our letter ruler to that. And then we draw our line. So that's our curve. Oops. Okay. So now we draw our unit circle here. Like that. There we have our letter Y. I think I'm going to color the letter Y right now because it feels or it looks weird if I do all 4 letters except for this one. Just color like this. Like that. There. If you have any questions, just feel free to ask them in the comment section. Okay, like that, and like that. Okay, oops. For this one, it's going to go like this, horizontally curved here. Okay. So if you notice from the guide, from my cheat sheet, it stops here, 1 unit from the edge of the first font on the second row. So let's just draw it, align it like this, cut it here, so that we know where to stop with the color. Perfect. Now the top part. There we go. Okay. Happy. So now we're done with the first word, which is happy. I'm not sure. I think there's some problem with the internet connection. But I'll just keep on going. What you could do is you can always get back to this video. Just pick up where you left off. Okay. So the next letter is the letter F. So if you notice, it's just 2 units wide. So let's just draw this circle, this rectangle over here. Draw this and a circle. So draw the, call this the rectangle first, so that it'll be easier for you to see. Like that, okay? So we divide this into 2. There. So going back to our cheat sheet. So this bar is 1, 2, 3 units from the base. So what we could do is, since all of them have a horizontal bar like this, I'm going to create a guide for all of the letters. So I'm going to align my letter ruler to this, to the base, to the boxes. So 1, 2, 3 here like this. Do one here as well, so that I could draw horizontal guides from here to here. Like that. Okay. So that I don't always have to draw the horizontal bar for each letter again. Save the line. Now a curved part like this. So again, this is a 3-unit circle. So either we plot the 4 corners of the unit circle, or you could draw a what do you call this? A center line guide, where you could align your letter ruler like that. I think there's a problem. Is there like a problem? Okay, anyway. And then let's do the unit circle next. There. We now, whoops. Here, the last part. Okay. So we now have our letter F. It starts from here all the way down, and there. There's our letter F. Next letter is the letter A. This is quite simple as well. Draw the rectangular box, horizontal line bars for this one. You already made this, and just draw a circle right there. So again, draw the outside box like that. I think I'll draw the box of all. Of the letters, just to speed things up. Just draw a horizontal line, and then draw individual vertical lines like this, like this. I hope you're having fun. I'm actually having lots of fun doing this. because before I never do this type of lettering style before, because I really hate having to pick up the ruler and to measure everything. So that's why I created this letter ruler, because I wanted to do this style and I want to keep on measuring everything. So there, all of the rectangular boxes are done. For the letter A, we do the left and right side like this, because the A has two vertical bars on both ends, like that. Okay, and then we want to do a circle here, so we locate the vertical center line like this, and then we can align this there, like that. I'm also going to draw like this guy for here, here, and here, because I'm going to need them later on. I'll just draw them now. Of a unit circle, like that. So there is my letter A done. Next letter is T. Actually, it's already done. It's just this horizontal, vertical bar right here, which connects to this Y that creates a ligature. So the next letter is the letter H, which is also a very easy letter to do. Just create 3 rectangular boxes. Like that. Here, the H is like that. Then the letter E. The letter E has like a vertical line here, line here, but these are curved as well. So that's what we're going to do. E is like this. Oh, if you notice, the E goes beyond the box. So let's just draw from here to the next letter like that. And then draw middle point, so it stops right here. Okay. Next, we're going to add the curved part on top and the bottom. So again, draw the vertical center guide like this. Do the top part there and there. Now that I'm doing this, I think I should have just made it rectangular, so that's going to make my life a whole lot easier. But I'm already here, might as well. There's a curve here for the unit circle, and the curve here for the unit circle. We have our letter E done. Next is the letter R, like this one. Rectangular line here, here. Circle, circle, circle. Okay, I don't know what's wrong with the video, but I don't know why it's fluctuating like that. Anyway, I'll just have to figure it out later on, but I'll just continue with this. So the letter R, what you have to do is create a rectangle on the left side as well as the right side, like all of or most of the other letters. Like that. Okay. We're going to make a circle. So what you do is create the center line straight in the middle, like that. And then we draw the curve part. Make sure we align this. Align like that. we align here on the bar. Whoops, what's happening? Oh, my, I call it, oh, there's no more battery for that. Let me just use my webcam so that you can still see my face. There. Okay, no problem. Okay, so we do this. Now I know that this camera only lasts about 30 to 40 minutes. So if I have an assistant, that my assistant could change the batteries for me, but since I don't, I'm using the webcam of my laptop as backup. So drawing the unit circles like this and then like this. There is my letter R. Okay, since the E goes up to here, so my R should end about here. Okay, I'll just erase this so that I'll remember that my R should stop there. Okay, like this. There's my letter R. Next is my letter S. S is actually one of the trickier letters to do, but I made it in such a way that it is simple to do. It's very similar to the letter R. We just add more curves rather than the rectangular lines. Okay, I think the video is more stable now. I think it's more stable in the software. I hope it's more stable. Anyway, so the letter S, oh sorry, going back. So it's just, if you take a look at the S and the R, they're very similar. You have a circle here, circle here, circle here, circle here. They both have the same guides. So let's do the same thing for the letter S. We draw the rectangular part over here, and then the rectangular part on the other side as well, like this, and the bottom part like this. So now we're going to draw the vertical center so that we could create circles, circles, and circles like that. So if you are tuning in just now, you can still catch up. What you could do is you could print the guide sheets. The link is in the description, and then you can start where we are right now, and then after this video you could just play back from the beginning so that you'll know how to do the first few letters. So this is the top part of the letter S done, easy as that. Same with the letter R. Next is the circle, the second circle. It's the other way around, like this. Just align it. Okay. Like this. If you're wondering, the horizontal bar or the intersection between this circle, or I mean the overlap of this circle and this circle, is on the third unit. Okay, do that. There. And then here we go. Like this. Like this. Okay. So there is our letter S. Like this. Guys are done. So for this one, it went all the way down here up to the center of these circles. So using the half unit edge measurement line, you can draw this line right there. Okay, this one should end there as well. right here. So we're done with the second word. So I think I'm going to take this time to just color it. Okay, carefully color this. Make sure you don't make a mistake, because I don't want to repeat the whole thing again. Actually, already did this. Here's my visual practice. I already did it like this. Done. Just to make sure that this guide works. Okay. Here, like this. Just color it. Okay. If you have any questions, maybe you could just type them in the comments so I have something to talk about while trying to color this, because I wanted to do this perfectly. Now for the letter A. Here is my letter A. Okay. The bar of the letter A. I'll do the other side. Oops. This. If you're just tuning in, I'm going to do the same watercolor effect style of the live I did earlier. Last Sunday. Okay. Just my letter A from the letter T. That is going to be simple. Just draw vertical lines like this, and then like this. Next letter is letter H. Oops. Vertical lines. We're almost, we're halfway there, but we're done with the first two letters. First two words. We have one word left, which only has 3 letters. So I think we're more than halfway done at this point. Like this. Get the letter E. Let's do it like this. Make sure you follow the guides. Okay, sometimes for me I have to refer to my cheat sheet. Oops, I thought I made a mistake, but I didn't, because there are too many lines. Sometimes I get, or most of the time I get confused by the number of lines. But if you remember, the E, the bottom part goes all the way here, goes all the way to this point. So let me just do that right now before I forget again. There. Sometimes after doing like a plain lettering, I feel like changing things up, trying different ways or adjustments that I could do to make my lettering look more interesting. Like letters are like interacting with each other, similar to this one. Extended this here and connected the Y and T to create a ligature. Extended the E and shortened the R, something like that. So now let's do the letter R. It's going to be like this curved top right there. There. And it stops here. Okay. I'm glad I made that line darker so that I'll remember to stop there. Okay. Sometimes this is the most relaxing to do. You just color, but if you're doing this live, you don't want to make a mistake. So I can feel some pressure doing this. Okay, almost done with the letter R. Almost done. Almost done. There is my letter R. Last letter, the second word. So try to keep them within the lines. Like that. Okay. I feel like I should have put like a protective sheet of paper to avoid smudging the ink. Especially this is water-based ink. So if my hand or my palm is sweaty, it's going to pick up some of the ink and smudge everything. So I'm glad I'm doing this tonight, so that I have something to post tomorrow on my Instagram and Facebook page. There, we're done with the second word, which is fathers. Now to the last word. We're almost done. So you notice the letter D. Again, let's just redraw all of the shapes, the rectangles, to make everything clearer, because the lines are just too light. Like that. Okay. So if you were following along with this drawing session, or lettering session, make sure you share your work with me, because I really want to see your work, which is going to be very similar to mine. Okay, now that we've done like the rectangle or the box for each letter, let's start with the letter D. So the D, you have to do like a rectangular block over here, here, and here. So just do that now. It's as easy as 1, 2, and I'm counting too slow, and 3. For this curved part, again, let's measure how wide it's going to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5. Since this is an odd, it's somewhere in between here. What you could do is you could dot all of these 4 lines, or just draw the center line, which is what I'm going to do. So here is the center line for this curve. So next thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to align my letter ruler to that center line guide that I did, and align it to this point right there. So boom, and then boom. Here is my letter D. Okay. Next is we're going to do the last letter, which is the letter A. We already did that earlier here, so let's just repeat the same thing. Line, 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 circle. So I said line, 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 and another line, and circle. But before doing the circle, we need to make another center line like that, easy as that. And then do the curve part. Oops. curve part by that. Oh wait, we need to do a line right here. So get this box, or almost a box, where we can align the unit circle to draw the circle. There is our letter A, consistent, easy as that. Last letter is the letter Y. So again, we draw rectangular blocks here, rectangular block here. Let's just do that first, and then after that, okay, good. Oops, you can see my boxers. Oh no. It's in, what do you call this? The wide angle. Anyway, sorry about the technical difficulties, but let's just finish this. Okay. That. So our two vertical bars. Next, we locate the center line. So this is actually 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units. So we're going to draw this vertical line there. So here is our center guide. And then for this curved part right here, we want to align it here at the base. So we just extend this line, simple as that. Extend it like that, so that we know where we're going to align our ruler. Just draw this, and there is a letter Y. So, but for this one, it goes all the way here. So this is 1 unit, and this is half unit, okay? So let's just draw the guys first. Draw the half unit first, like this, and then draw 1 unit from that guideline, which should connect to the bottom part of our, what do you call this, letter Y. Oops, we should have extended this top part all the way here, and then let's cut it here. The last thing we have to do is round this part. So 3 unit circle, 3 unit circles. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 3. The center is going to be here. Since we can't dot this middle part right here, let's just dot the 4 corners and then use them as guide to draw this line like that. Perfect. And then let's draw our unit circle right here, and then we're done. So the next thing the last thing we have to do is color it like this. So So I'm coloring it. Coloring it. Like that. Since this is the last word and I've already made it this far, to be as careful as I can because I don't want to mess anything up at this stage. Whoops, what's wrong? Okay. What is happening? I don't know. Like this. Okay. The letter A. And now the last letter. Oh, it sounds better now from Jerry. Oh, I think it's just because I use my super old phone for the camera. I use my old S5, which is super duper 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 old now. So now I don't have to figure out the audio because I know that it is only the one I used or the camera I used. Next time I have to buy a better microphone so that the sound quality will be even better. Okay, almost done. Last. Yes, almost at the end. Perfect. I am finished. Oops, I think the placement of the camera looks weird. I don't know how to change the wide angled. Oops, I don't know how to change it. Anyway, it's something I have to figure out later on. But for now, here is a finished work. Do you like it? So the next thing for me to do is actually I think I'm going to finish this on Instagram because I feel like there are many problems that are happening. But anyway, I'm going to erase the guides now. I kind of don't want to erase the guides. I kind of want to keep them with it. Oh no, I'll just erase it. Okay, like that. When I erase, this is how I erase. I hold it real tight one side and just erase it one direction, because if I do it like this, the normal way, I tend to like accidentally fold the paper. I don't know. I don't know if it's just me, but yeah. Like that. Easy. I'll just do it this direction. Erasing. Yeah. Okay. And after erasing, here is my final well, semi-final, not yet the final lettering. Here it is. The color looks so bad right now, but I'm going to add a darker shade of color on random parts of the letters, and then I'm going to blend. Where is my water brush? Here it is. I'm going to blend them to achieve something. Where are my stuff? Oh, here. Place it here. Achieve something like this texture right here. Okay. So, thanks again for watching this test live. I realize there are a lot of problems that could happen with my first camera running out of battery, and then my second camera running out of battery, and then that the sound or the audio problem is caused by this old phone that I used. And yes, so if you have any like feedback about this live, I would really appreciate it. You could leave them in the comment section. I don't know if the live chat is going to be saved wherein I could look at them again, but I feel like you could just send me a DM if you want to of the problems that you've encountered, so that I know what to fix or improve on for my next video, my next live YouTube video. And as well as if you followed along this live with me, if you drew something like this with me, I would really appreciate it if you share your work with me, tag me in your posts so that I could share them as well. So I had so much fun doing this. I hope you had so much fun as well. Let me make me bigger, slightly bigger. Oops, the webcam quality is very bad, so let me just make me smaller, make me bigger. This one. Anyway, yeah, I hope you enjoy this live session, and I plan on doing more live session after I've figured out how to do this better. So thanks for sticking with me throughout this entire live. If you've been here since the beginning, I really appreciate your time. And thanks again for watching this. If you haven't subscribed yet, click the subscribe button somewhere there. And I will see you. Oh wait, if you have any questions, just comment them and I would love to answer your questions. So that's it. I will see you next. I usually say next week, but I'll see you on my next video and on my Instagram live to finish this off. So now I'm going to end the stream. I don't know if it's gonna work. Yes.